to mute it, and then it just went on a rapid thing. Okay, but let's refresh this. We're not gonna start this. We're calming down now. We're settling down.
Nah, I'm not
Okay.
selling nothing, Afro. He
So
wants to
so
turn
we're
up, he
not
could turn up.
no, we're not. Oh, first off, all of the threatening. If y'all wanna have a conversation in the
No, he
background,
started that. He started that. I didn't say
okay.
anything threatening.
Well,
He
yeah,
started
okay.
that.
So we're not going to threaten nobody anymore.
He's
Okay, and that
he's
go and
telling.
I'm not saying who did it, but as far as because Marcel, you did kind of throw your little thing out there
And
when you
oh
said that you
and let
wish
me
No,
say
that
what
this.
I want to say
we're
though,
not we're
if
not
he was
addressing that
some
anymore.
Haitian guy on Twitter who I didn't know, fine. I can't police Twitter, but for him to be in these reparation spaces and to know we're delineating and to know that
Sir,
certain
I'm
things
never
bother
in
Okay,
any.
hold
people.
on. Let's. You know what? We're going to skip past the N word because actually Rich did say something that I find it very interesting. So it was a weird deflection to the N word. Let's not deflect to the N word. Rich, why don't you continue with your point so we can get to the other hands?
Yeah, and he said I'm in.
'Cause Marcel's not going to be here that much longer anyway, and I don't want to take up too much of his time.
Yeah, he said I'm in reparation spaces. That's a damn lie. Everybody knows me. I don't even barely even speak on reparation spaces. I'm speaking about white supremacy every single day. That's what I speak about. I'm never sitting here on Twitter being a co-host about reparations. How could I be a co-host and speak about reparations when I'm not getting it? That don't even make sense. Everybody knows Rich don't speak about no damn reparations. So that's a damn lie.
Well, I was just assuming because you are with Afro, who is a reparationist, that's the type of energy you are on as well. So, I mean, I thought that was something you supported.
Well, he does support rep. Now I'm gonna speak. I'm gonna speak because I'm a Foundation Black American and I am a reparationist. He does support us getting reparations. He does not really speak on things like if we have a space, he'll share the space, he'll like the space, but Rich isn't up there speaking on reparations. That's how he supports. Now, when we talk about police brutality, when we talk about anti-black racism from the Asian community, the Hispanic community, then Rich will speak up on those spaces. And I have
And
my
that's what I'm saying. And listen, first,
so
I can't control anyone's speech, but I said what I said, and I stand by it. I said to Rich that when you said the word nigga, it sort of rubs me the wrong way. And that's it. And the thing about me saying poverty shaming, I remember that night. I said maybe I'm taking it too personal. And I was, but that's why I came up and asked, and we clarified it and we moved on. If it bothered you, you could have brought it up then. I mean, I barely remember what was even being talked about. But see, that's why I came in Afro space. Because I like to nip things in the bud. Because I have a history
What
of holding deep grudges and not saying anything, and then it turns into bitterness. I'm trying to do things differently. That's why I came in this space to talk right away. And you could talk to people who've met me in person. Quite a few people have. They can tell you I'm the same way person. I will address things in person and I will let people know that I have a strong voice, and sometimes my mannerisms are very strong. But please, it's not me being aggressive. It's just the way we kind of talk in the area where I'm from. But
my question?
being that you're in this space around people like Afro, and you know that we are delineating free men, and we're letting people know, black immigrants and their descendants, that hey, look, because you're quote unquote black, doesn't mean that's okay for you to say that. Like with that Nigerian guy about people getting lynched. No, you saying the N word is not comparable, but it's the same thing. And I just said I didn't like it.
Bro, I don't subscribe to nobody over there secure the tribe. I don't subscribe to
That's
nothing
not
y'all
secure
say.
the tribe. That's me. That's what a lot of us are doing.
I don't subscribe to that. I'm from New York City. Nobody's gonna tell me y'all can't say nigga. I done got
And that's why I don't live in New York City.
I done got my ass whooped for nigga. I done got beat up for nigga. I done got police done put my ass up and down for nigga. Ain't nobody gonna tell me I can't say nigga. I don't know who you are.
question. Can I ask a question? Um, Now it appears that you feel uncomfortable, and I understand that you feel uncomfortable with Rich saying the N word, and he's in my spaces often. He's in my spaces co-hosting. or if not co-hosting, speaking in my spaces. So is it? Are you trying to imply that you would prefer me to stop him from saying that or something like that?
No,
Or
I'm
that's
not asking any grown man to police another grown man. I told Rich it's disrespectful for him to say the word nigga in the presence of descendants of American slaves. That is not his word. That is not of his lineage, but he still chooses to use it. That speaks a lot about his character and his feelings about this movement that we are in. It just says a lot about him. And like I said, I ain't going to lose sleep over him deciding to still be disrespectful. But I
no,
know, like I said, I have a Nigerian friend, and I told him when he said nigga, it was. I told him it just didn't sound right, and I told him it sounded like it was coming from a white man, and he stopped out of respect. So I told him
well,
you won't be in my face saying that. Rich
well,
is on Twitter, so what? But I
it,
don't like
it,
it.
and I understand that my grandmother doesn't like the word being used among Black Americans or anything. But in my hold on, let me see. Hold on, let me see. Okay. Anyway, in the defense, if we're going to talk about respect, we're going to talk about respect. We have rooms where people like me and Rich are constantly slandered, are constantly disrespected, and that respect never gets addressed. And you address the disrespect that you feel like Rich is putting on to FBA. So I'm saying, in order to move the needle forward, if we're going to address one person, and this is why it's coming off as kind of offensive, because I'm not gonna lie, when Secure the Tribe, when they slander me, which you have admitted, when they have disrespected me, when they have called me names, called me things outside my names, made memes about me being FBI agent, being William O'Neill, and when that's cool, that's just, I mean, and I'm not shaming you, I'm not telling you who you can and can't mess with, but you don't see me doing that. You don't see me telling people, oh, you can't rock with Secure the Tribe because they're saying that. So I feel like we're not keeping an even hand when it comes to the respect of Foundation Black Americans. If I'm, as a Foundation Black American reparationist, can be disrespected and slandered day in and day out, and that never be addressed. But then when Rich, who is a Black first person, when he says the N word, that has to be addressed. I feel like we need to start keeping an even hand as far as that's concerned.
So two things. I'm not in control. I don't host spaces often, but when I do, like tonight, and some people try to say demeaning things about you, people who were in that room can attest. I stopped it immediately. So when I have the mute button, I will. Yep, thank you, Antonio. I will stop it immediately and say, please don't do that. But like I just said to Rich, who still insists on saying the word nigga, I'm not gonna go around trying to police adults. And you know, when I'm with Secure the Tribe, I'll say to them, y'all, don't do that, y'all. Come on, guys. Hey, after if they still do it though, what I'm supposed to do? Drive there and fight them? So look, here's the truth too. All of y'all be getting into little beefs, and people be asking me, Marcel, please speak, please do something, please speak. I don't get in trying to police it though, because usually the more you try to bring peace, the worse it gets. Sometimes you just gotta let things blow over. Now, there's a difference though between people calling you a name. I mean, names all the time. There's a difference between that and the word nigga, which has a centuries long, brutal, disgusting history attached to it. And there's a word that it has a long history in the culture of people who are descendants of American slaves, not in the history of Haitians.
Well, as a foundational Black American who is also a reparationist, I am a full blooded foundation Black American. I can tell you myself personally, I am far more offended by being referred to as William O'Neill than when I hear Rich say nigga.
I've
So
never heard
maybe
that
that's just
referred.
our opinion. You haven't heard it because I mean, Immortal Melanin keeps spamming it in the
No,
jumbo
I've heard.
group.
I'm really in with Immortal. I've heard Zesty Elite, which I think is like, I mean, it's just a silly name. People call me Harpo. They call me Pinocchio. People call me
Well,
all types of things.
now you know. Yeah. They call me Zesty Elite. They
And but
call
and
me
guess what?
FBI agent. They call
People
me William O'Neill. They say a lot of things, and I take that
but
as
no.
Um,
honestly, I've been in their rooms lately, and it's been a long time since they've mentioned you. But again, nigga though is a whole different case. Nigga has a long,
I
brutal history
thing
attached
is
to it.
that in the system of white supremacy, Rich is a nigga. Rich is
But
the nigga just like
but
me
that,
and you are
yeah,
niggas.
maybe in the system of white supremacy from a white person, but from a black person saying that we're in this space where we are delineating and now letting black immigrants know, hey, there are boundaries now. You can't just say I'm black and I get to be in your spaces and have the same reach and have the same luxuries as you. It is a difference. But look, I
Well,
told Rick that when he mentioned it, and if he chooses to go for using it, that's fine. I mean, like it's Twitter. I can't police what people do on Twitter. I'm just letting him know I find it disrespectful. I may be the only person. Some people may not care. Some people might care. I'm not going to lose my freedom over someone being disrespectful like that. I'm just going to keep my distance. I mean, that's just, but I
this
let
is why we keep our distance from Secure the Tribe because I've seen you in the room when they were threatening to box me, Sonny specifically. When
I've
he said
never
that,
heard
I
you
know where
say
you
any
stood,
physical violence
Marcel,
towards me.
my brother, Marcel.
Marcel never hears nothing Secure the Tribe says, but every time
I've
Afro says
heard
something,
Jesse
he
Elite,
has
and
something
that's
to
it.
say.
Listen, y'all. I'm not about to do playground. This is like dealing with my middle school students. You like them, but you never say anything to her. I'm
No,
not doing that.
that's not what we're
This,
saying. All I'm saying is, Marcel, as black men, let's be fair about the disrespect because we're coming over here. Rich promotes B1. He's not anti reparations. He's not anti FBA. He holds his Haitian people accountable. He's more on code than a lot of FBA are. And this is me speaking as a full blooded FBA. And you're getting on him for saying the N word and you got other full-blooded FBA who slander FBA all day, who talk crazy shit about FBA all day, who call them agents, who call them zesty, who call them trans and all of that stuff, threatening to fight them and box them, and they don't get addressed with the same energy that Rich is being addressed with. So all I'm saying is that if you want to address Rich, if you feel like that's offensive because he's not FBA, and I can't tell you how to feel. All I'm saying is, for the sake of moving the needle forward, let's keep an even hand as far as addressing disrespect, because it seems as if disrespect only gets addressed when it's addressed in this direction. That's the only time anybody recognizes or cares to address disrespect. So we have
again,
to keep an even hand going forward.
I don't host spaces often, but when I do, I don't allow anyone to demean one. Even when Pan Africanism strikes back, comes in a room and people try to call him fat and Kung Fu Panda and all that crazy and Black Panda and all that crazy stuff, whatever. I always tell them, hey, stop. I don't allow that in my spaces. But if people are throwing bombs at each other on Twitter, I'm not going to intervene in that. But if I'm in a space with someone who is supposed to be an ally, because that's what Rich is, he's not of our lineage. He claims to be an ally. I'm letting Rich know as a full-blooded freedman, FBA, too, that hearing nigga from someone who's not black really bothers me. And I told Rich that like last month or something like that.
Wait, hold
M-
on. So you
Rich,
think
Rich, I mean, hold on, Marcel.
You,
The space you were just in,
I
Check
stopped
came up there and started putting negative, slanderous
and I
things about me
deleted
in the
and I
jumbotron.
deleted it. I deleted
Okay,
it right away. And I
and
told
I'm
him,
saying, when you deleted it, did you check him and do you all like, hey, we're not going to disrespect Afro
yes,
Elite
I
like
did.
that?
I
I'm saying
paused the
we're
room.
going to. Okay, we have
I
people in the
paused the
space
room and
here.
I told people that's not going to happen. I said, I
Okay,
like that space.
now I'm
I
only
told
going to address one thing going forward. You're
uh,
not hosting this space, but you still address Rich, so you don't have to host the space to address somebody. You're saying when
well,
I
Rick
host the space.
addressed me. You talk about how I rubbed him the wrong way, and I was letting him know what happened and how him still saying the N word. He came at me. I was
No,
about to
no,
leave.
he responded based off of what the last thing you said to him.
No,
He's
no.
responding
He
because
came to
you
me
said
about
something
something
to
that
him
happened
last
two
time y'all
days
were
ago,
in
and
a,
I
in
was like, okay, yeah, like whatever. But I'm good. I'm glad you and I spoke. Uh, Rich, I mean, whatever he does is kind of inconsequential to me. I'm glad we're good. I ain't going to police adults. I'm not. I always try to encourage people to get along with each other. People always try to ask me, Marcel, please get them to speed. I don't do it because things usually blow over. I hope you and Secure the Tribe as brothers come to some sort of friendly resolution. But I'm out of that. I love my FBA Freeman reparations family. And look here, y'all. I am not going to be some standard politician. If y'all think Marcel's going to be one of those politicians you never hear from, and I don't even like being called a politician because I'm really not. I'm just somebody who got involved in politics. If y'all think I'm going to be one of those people like you never hear from and you never see, and I just show up when I want something from you, you never hear from, that ain't going to be it. Yes, Marcel will be in spaces. Yes, Marcel will sometimes clap back. Yes, Marcel will sometimes get messy. Yes, Marcel will sometimes go there. Get used to it. If y'all want more of what we've had, like Clyburn, he's right there. There's plenty more of him coming down the pipeline. What we've been having isn't working for us. So this is maybe like a modern era politician. But Afro, I
Before you
love
go, thank you. I want
and
to thank you for coming in so we can have this conversation and we can square everything. I want
I'm
to
really
thank
glad
you.
we spoke. Y'all take care.
All right.